glad somebody showed up.
Of course that show. These guys love you.
Yes.
And how are you? How's Pittsburgh treating you?
I'm always good, man.
How's it feel to be a movie star?
I don't know. We'll see if it does well, and I'll tell you. I don't know.
Well, congratulations, though. Congratulations on the release of that. That's got to feel pretty good, right?
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I didn't really have anything else to compare it to because I'd never been in a movie before. But I watched it on Wednesday, and that was it's weird seeing it all come together because you film it in random sequences, and you don't have any control over the editing or anything. So but it kind of blew my mind. Just but I thought it turned out really good. It's a fun 90 minutes or so to watch. So I was pretty happy.
What were your expectations going into 12 Rounds 3 Lockdown? What would you expect from the process, the role, anything like that?
I didn't have any. I had no idea what I was doing. I told that producer. The exact thing I said to him was, I was like, I'm completely unqualified for this, right? Like, I have no idea how to be in a movie. But then I learned that I actually, in WWE we're so, WWE's like show business, boot camp. You kind of learn a little bit of everything about in front of the camera, behind the camera, and so forth, and realize that you're more prepared for anything like that than you thought you were. And it was fun. It was just getting to shoot guns and fight bad guys and run and jump and be like a GI Joe for a couple of months. It was really fun, and I really wanted to do a good job. So I put in the work, and I got there early every day and asked all the questions and tried to you find that too. WWE people end up being like the hardest working people on the set just because of the nature of the demanding job that we have. So I think it I didn't have any expectations going into it, but I think it definitely, I think it's a good movie, man. Check it out.
Well, let's take this opportunity to watch the trailer. If you guys want to see the trailer, let's watch the trailer for.
George Fremont. Why are you here, Burke? We have an arrangement.
Yes, we did.
Hey, Shaw, hold up. It's good having you back. This is Burke's partner, right?
A long time ago.
What is that? It looks like a real credit card.
Flash drive.
Round of boys, maybe in the prison. What's up? Evidence concerning George Fremont.
He gets out of here with that card, it's over for us.
Man the exits. Make sure Shaw doesn't leave. Put the building in the lockdown.
What is happening in there?
It's Burke. He's dirty, and I got the evidence. Taking you down, Burke.
I don't think so.
12 rounds. Eight rounds. 6 bad guys. What are those odds? Last round.
So weird.
So, were you hesitant to watch yourself on film, or were you like, yeah, bring it on?
Oh yeah, I had to. I was trying to wait until I got a link for it, and I was trying to wait until I could sit and watch it on a bigger screen and with good sound and everything. But it was burning a hole in my pocket. I just had to see it, and I ended up watching it on a tiny little screen, and then watching it on a big screen. But it's weird. It's very strange seeing yourself in a different playing a different person. It's very strange, but I don't know. That's a pretty badass trailer.
Somebody described it to me as you're kind of like a John McClane in that movie. That's not a bad comparison to have.
No, Die Hard rules, man.
Right?
Yeah, it's different. The character in the movie is like a lot more. I don't know, not necessarily uncharismatic, but he's a lot more internalized, and he's like a detective, and he has to be in a lot of situations where he has to have a poker face and kind of be an ice cold, emotionless kind of guy, and I'm not like that at all. That's like when I'm on television anyway. So what I didn't want was it to be like Dean Ambrose from Raw is a cop, and it's like a gimmick movie. I wanted to like whatever the character that I was supposed to play was. I wanted to like be that. I didn't want you to watch it and feel like you were watching the guy you watch on wrestling. And I don't know if I accomplished that or not, but I think I did pretty close. So because I'm not really acting ever. I just kind of when I'm on TV, I just kind of let loose and do whatever I want. So to try to be within the confines of like this person, because they gave me like, this all wasn't in the movie, but like here's the back, like the director, did a lot of like research and helped me through. A guy named Steve Reynolds who did a really good job with it. He gave me like a backstory to the whole character of like who his parents were and what stuff he went through as a teenager and what kind of school he went to and what he did in college, so like trying to like get into the headspace of a different person. That was like a challenge for me because it was something I'd never done before. So let's see if it was any good. I don't know.
Now, Cena and Orton both were in the 12 Rounds franchise. Maybe this answers my question, but did they offer any sort of advice? Did you look to them? Did you try to purposely be different from them?
No. I don't think it'd be really hard for me to be much different than those two. No, I'm just kidding. But mine is the best. No, I think you expect to see John Cena in an action movie or Randy Orton in an action movie, like the superhero kind of guys like that. So I think if anything, this one it probably has a different curiosity factor than those, because you kind of what John Cena as a superhero is going to look like, or Randy, or any action hero that that are Hollywood type guys, The Rock or whatever. You can kind of picture that and know what that's going to be like. But I figure there might be a good curiosity factor of like people wondering just what it's going to look like me with a gun.
Now, how did this come to be? Did the studios approach you for it? Did you say, hey, I'd like to be in a feature film? I mean, how did the whole process work?
I think somebody that they just thought that this particular role was something I might be good at, and I was just approached with it one day at Monday Night Raw. I actually thought I was in trouble because I kind of got pulled aside by some people, and the situation was like, oh no, what did I do? This isn't gonna go well. And then they were just like, yeah, 12 rounds, we get this franchise, it's a pretty good thing for us, if you want this opportunity. I was like, whoa, wait. You want me to be in a movie? Like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. For sure, like, let's go. And they're like, yeah. And then they explain, where it'll be filmed and when and so forth. And then I realized that for the first time in about 10 years, that was the longest I've gone without wrestling. So my body got a nice little break. I mean, we worked hard. I mean, it was 12, 14-hour days, on the set. But I mean, not getting punched in the face every day was nice. But I thought I would just be like extra or a background guy or like Terry fucking Roadhouse, you know what I mean? Like just a quick little appearance or something. And then when I found out it was like the lead role, that's when I was like, whoa, I gotta. This is actually gonna be a challenge. Like this isn't gonna be goofing off for a few weeks. I gotta figure out how to act really quickly. So like I said, I put in the work and took acting classes and in LA with a guy named Alan McRae, who was the dad in Three Ninjas. That was a random fact. Anyway, and worked with the director and the stunt guys like very closely. They had such a good crew. Stephen Reynolds was the director on this. If you look him up, see some of his other movies, and he was brought in for doing a lot with a little was kind of his reputation for making stuff seem like it was bigger and more expensive than it is. Because I think with all of these, with every successive 12 rounds, kind of the budget has gone down a little bit on them, and I think Cena's had like a big helicopter scene and stuff like that. Like we didn't have any of that. So Steven's really good at creating cool settings and mood and lighting and scariness and just putting together. And the guys who were the stunt coordinators, the guy named Kamani Smith and Dan Rizzuto, they were like Dan's like a ninja. Like he had all this cool stuff he was showing me, and they put together these really cool fight scenes, and which was the funnest part for me. And so like all the stunts and all the fights and stuff were like really well done, and like Steven created this setting, being trapped in this building. Kind of the building kind of becomes the character itself, because it's this ominous, dark, scary building with like glass with lights coming in from spotlights and stuff. So so a lot of people worked really hard to kind of make the whole vision come together.
And the fight scenes and the stunts, how many of those did you get to do?
Not as many as I wanted to. Because I was like, when I saw that as stunt guy, I was like, whoa, can I bring you back with me? This is great. There's actually a guy named Jason Day who's like who's a MMA fighter. He's like a UFC fighter, and he's actually a lot bigger than me. Made me feel skinny. And they put a wig on him, he looked like me and everything. I was like, this is so trippy. What's going on? I got a stunt double now? This is great. But anything that was even remote, for insurance purposes and stuff, they don't want you, to fall down and then the lead actor has a broken leg. So anything remotely dangerous, they bring the stunt guy in. They're like, okay, we want you to, jump off this chair. I'm like, bring a stunt guy in. I'm like, no, I can jump off the chair. They're like, no, we'll bring a stunt. I'm like, I can jump off the chair. And then the cool stuff, like diving over stuff and the explosions and stuff, I'm like, no, I can do that. Come on. Like, they'll see his face in the explosion. They'll know it's not me. Come on, let me do it. They wouldn't really do any of it, except there's one point right before, in the one scene right before this guy explodes, where I drop kick the piss out of the bad guy. And for whatever reason, the guy who was doing it, he just couldn't quite make it look how they wanted it to look. There's a grenade and it's a whole thing. You'll see the movie. But I was like, oh, I can totally do that. I can do that. They're like, no, then you go fall down on the concrete. I'm like, no, I do that all the time. I'm telling you. Okay, so the part where I drop kick the piss out of him and fall on the concrete is me. That's not the stunt guy.
Well, we actually have a clip, and it just so happens to be that clip. So I think if we could drop the lights, I think we should watch that exclusive clip right now. When you have an idea like that, how do you react as an actor? You're like, okay, you're gonna get in a fight scene, then the dude's gonna explode.
Well, he didn't really explode. That was CGI.
Well, that's good. When you read a script like that, what goes through your mind? Because you have to kind of walk the line there. It's a serious clip, but it's funny at the end. But you could really easily toe that line or cross that line into just campiness. But you guys don't do that.
Yeah, that was that. I feel like this is louder now. Maybe I could have moved it up. Yeah, that was another thing. Like I was saying, like in wrestling, you know, you're performing for a big audience in a big arena, and it's a lot bigger and more over the top and expressive, and to tone everything down a little bit, because you know I'm not one to be toned down very easily when I don't want to be. So yeah, there is like a line you walk. You know, you don't want to be like too cheesy in a cheesy action movie, but then you want to have like some fun moments. You know, you don't want to just be like serious the whole time. So you know, I showed him, you know, a little bit of charm and exploded his ass.
Makes sense.
The guy in the movie that just died, he's Colossus in X-Men.
The new, like not the Deadpool, but the X-Men movies, like Daniel Cudmore?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I killed Colossus.
Nice. Wow. Daniel Cudmore, I've been able to work with him. He's a very funny guy.
He's dead now.
No, that's CGI. Right? No. We've actually been putting this on your Facebook page, on the Dean Ambrose Facebook page, and we had some questions come in. Sarah T was wondering what the biggest difference in filming a movie and wrestling in the ring. What's the biggest difference?
Like I just said, you know, trying to, you know, tone down and work to a camera, which is a camera catches every little thing you do, especially in a movie where there's, you know, 37 cameras and you do it from every single angle and the close-ups and so forth. So every little, you know, twitch you make with your face and everything, like the camera gets all of that. So to not being over the top, you know, is and, you know, not trying too hard, and you know, kind of playing it down for a smaller environment, you know, than a big arena filled with 20,000 people. You know, that's the biggest challenge.
Was there a scene that maybe you had to keep doing over and over again that maybe kept changing your facial expression, or?
Oh, you do everything a million times. You know, that's another big difference between wrestling and the movies. I mean, you do every scene 50 times and from every different angle. You know, which is that was something I kind of was learning on the job too. You know, we do it from this angle, then we get a wide shot, then we go from this side and get a close up here, and then we flip the camera and get a close up on that guy, and then the movie that all gets edited together. You know, you get a million takes to do it. You can try things a little different way in every take, but you know, wrestling, you do everything all in one take. You know, you might go out there and talk on the microphone for 10 minutes, and then the guy comes out, and then you guys have a match and fight for 20 minutes, and then you might get thrown off a ladder through a table that's been set on fire or whatever. It's like a stunt, you know, so it's like dialogue, a fight scene, and a stunt, all in one take, all live, and there's no take backs. It's on live TV, you know, so it's a whole different ball game, you know. But you do get the chance to kind of like play around, you know, with having multiple, you know, multiple takes, you know. It's the thing. It's funny too because you have no control over the editing, you know. So like when I was watching, some of the scenes, I was like, I feel like I had a better take of that one, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I thought it was a better take, but then the editing guy was like, no, that was a crap take. That's why we used that one in the movie, you know. So I don't know. I'm not.
You're not going to grow into like a prima donna now, and in the ring, you're like, no, that table spot was not very good. Throw me through another table. Let's try this again. That's not going to happen, is it?
I'll never be asked to be thrown. Thrown through another table in my life. That would be fine with me.
Annette A from Facebook, wondering, after making your movie debut, do you think you see yourself doing more movies, and if so, ever think you'll do a horror movie?
A lot of horror fans of the Comic-Con, huh? I actually don't like scary movies that much. I get scared very easily.
Aww, sweet, sensitive side of Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I think, wrestling's what I do, and I'm like in the thick of it right now, you know, but it definitely showed me that it's something that I can do. You know, should the opportunity present itself, or it's something that I could pursue in the future if I wanted to more. Definitely, if we had 12 rounds, 4. You know, if they ask me tomorrow if I wanted to do another one and reprise the same role, I would jump on it immediately. And I feel like I got my legs under me a lot more because, you know, it was a learning process, and the first day is kind of like, how does this work? I don't really, did I just do the scene? Like, okay, that was all right. Well, I got one day down, you know, like. And by the end of it, though, I was so comfortable and having so much fun, and like was like, oh, dude, I'm good at this. I can totally do this. That by the end of it, I was like really feeling it. So I think if next time I go back into a situation like that, like if we did, 12 rounds 4, then I think I'd be starting from a much different place, you know. So I think I could jump right into it, you know, and maybe be better next time. So.
If you come back for 12 rounds 4, can I make a suggestion? Bring more ammo with you. Just a character suggestion, maybe relay that to the writers.
Maybe just the bad guys should have better aim.
With that too.
It's like Dukes of Hazzard. They shoot me so much that you can't hit me.
Like stormtroopers.
I'm very elusive.
Well, make sure to catch him. Elusive or not, make sure to catch him. Again, we have Lockdown, 12 rounds 3, Lockdown, on demand now digitally. Thanks to Lionsgate, thanks to WWE Studios. Thank you to our streamers. Let's hear it for our movie star, Dean Ambrose.